This is Ayat.
In no circumstance be oppressed. I mean, it has nothing to do with what color a person want to be, what nation he's from. We need to get back to humanistic traditions of being, you know, not necessarily building our kids from the outside in according to our fears, what they're going to be in life, but, you know, what about their humanity? What gifts of expression do they have to offer to the world? You know, build them according to that. Not, you know, because you're worried they might not do this and because of money. Man, I mean, I'm a parent of 5. Everybody's so used to saying, oh, that's the way it is, or what can you do? It's a lot you can do, you know? It's to a point where you can't change, you can't manipulate, you gotta stop, you know? I mean, as far as tearing this whole money system down.
And we're standing outside part of it at 101 Market. That's his,
I mean, it's not even about breaking this building down. If we can remove the idea that one should be judged or thought of or looked after according to their worth, to these corporate sons of pirates, I should say, to be more accurate. We should be more apt to go after forcing change, not just sitting there and hoping for it, because the people who hold positions, their titles is not what's the character of their heart. I mean, from the doctor to the politician to the president, we go into these positions because it brings money, it's good. I'll afford these, you know, fringe benefits. You know, what about what you want to do with your life? Who do you want to help? That's
what about who do you want to be?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that used to be driving a person, and wherever your job was, you had pride in it. If it was sweeping the street or if teaching somebody, you know, that's who you were.
And you cared about whether they learned, and you cared about whether the street was clean.
Yeah, I mean, people were people to each other. Now it's just like between my 9 to 5, let me get back home to my hobby, you know, or my
TV.
Set of depression, you know, or my oppression in my dark corner because, you know, no one wants to listen and no one's hearing me. In your daily life, it's something to do. Whenever you see a homeless person, for one, stop judging people, stop judging yourself. Your disposition towards the world is what's going to bring about. Whatever you put out, whatever energy you put out, you're going to get back. You can't put out, you know, worry and fear energy, you know. Sometimes give somebody benefit of the doubt. I mean, on a personal level, I don't know, look at yourself, stop being full of shit. Because if you really do, you realize, well, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve this. I'm actually blessed to have anything. When they're closing schools, show up. When you see people saying they're going to close it, we need people in force. Every Tuesday, your board of supervisors meet, and everything they're voting on, not only do they tell you what they voted on, but you can go and heckle them, why did they vote? I'm assuming you don't have power, your voice got power. You as an entity, your social security number makes you a commodity possession of the federal government, but when you open this and start speaking, you know, you become beyond that. You become more than what they want you to be, you know, and that's why we protesters get so much, you know, hardship from police and from authority. We tell police what the law is, and it doesn't matter, I'm arresting you.
They don't know the law.
Yeah, they don't. They know procedure and tactics.
Don't.
That's what they're taught. Procedure and tactics.
That's right.
They're not taught the law.
Ayat, this is brilliant. This is God. God is omnipotent. He's everywhere. He's in everyone's heart, and he's standing here right in front of me. Don't put the sign in front of your face, God, because your golden light will not shine through that sign. What's going to happen on September 2nd, on Labor Day, down at Bradley Chelsea Manning Plaza?
It's a convergence.
Thank you.
And it's going to be held at the Embarcadero Plaza called Bradley Manning Plaza and Justin Herman Plaza and Chelsea Manning Plaza. You have people that are demonstrating day and night in reference to every one of these OCCUCARDS. And we want to gather so we can all communicate to what we're doing and what else do we need to do to get rid of the people in government that's screwing us over so badly. Now you have to understand that we are right there where the labor unions had sacrificed people to the point where they were murdered right there where we're holding this Labor Day event. And so labor has a lot to do with Occupy because we're in the same situation.
God's going to explain the kind of format for this convergence, which is in these OCCUCARDS. So could you explain each one of these? Just do a little soundbite of what each one of these means.
Okie dokie.
OCCUCARD number 16.
Walmart.
Oh.
Well, you can go to work for Walmart with a subhuman wage and no benefits. and keep buying stuff from overseas that's made overseas. Where are our jobs? Our jobs should be here with good paying jobs and benefits. That's it for Walmart. Austerity, OCCUCARD number 17. Well, you know what? I don't think the American people really know what President Obama and the government has to say about austerity, because we haven't really been hit as hard as the rest of the world. So the American people don't really know what they mean by austerity. But believe you me, they've already been doing it to us, and they're going to keep doing it incrementally. You can expect this handshake with corporations in privatizing our commons at the expense of the environment, jobs, and
us, because we pay
us.
taxes on it to keep the commons, like the post office and the land that we've held in common, parks, etc.
Tar sands, OCCUCARD number 18. There's two more. There's 20 of them.
Okay.
20 OCCUCARDs.
So we're
okay.
on 18.
Tar sands, yeah, I can say the same thing that I did about OCCUCARD number 13, fracking. We don't need the stuff. It's polluting our air, it's polluting our bodies, it's polluting our environment, our plants and our animals and our water. We got to get off of the stuff. You got to stop it, because all it's doing is polluting our environment and all kinds of crap.
It's just an attempt to get more oil. So when you say get off the stuff, you mean get off of oil and do renewables? Yes?
That's exactly what I mean.
Okay, good.
Because it's affecting climate change, plus poisoning our animals, plants, and humans.
Are you prepared to change the fuel you use in your car?
Corporate media, OCCUCARD 19. It used to be the law that the media is supposed to give so much airtime to people, for the people, and by the people. But all they've done is use the media for corporate and government propaganda. They're not serving the purpose for which media should be used for.
And what is that purpose, God?
To educate people, to inform them, to keep them abreast of what's going on so they can make good decisions.
And so God has decreed.
OCCUCARD 20 is public banks, which has to do with Goldman Sachs, Wall Street, the Federal Reserve, the financial system.
Wells Fargo.
We need public banks to lend money to the 99% without all the strings attached that the other institutions have, and also avoiding the criminality that those other institutions have.
These banks should not be able to play the stock market with our money. They should just be all about handling our money, and they're public banks owned by the people. Is this correct?
You betcha.
God, that was absolutely superb. I want to thank you so much. I give you all praise for your all-knowing and omnipotent knowledge, and so it shall be. Amen and amen.
And more to come.
And more to come.